Hello there, beautiful Libra. We are going to jump into your messages tonight for the new moon in Capricorn. We're going to see what's coming your way in the next couple of weeks. Thank you so much for being here. I am Helena with Helena's Tarot. We're going to jump right into your messages and get started. Spirit, what do we have for my Libras during this new moon in Capricorn in the next couple of weeks? What do we have for my Libra placement, Sun, Moon, and Rising during this new moon in Capricorn? What is in store for my Libra placement in the next couple of weeks? Please and thank you. I'm going to shuffle these just a little bit more for you. Okay. Nine of Cups reversed. Definitely some hesitation here. Let's see what else I pull out. Hermit reverse. You could possibly be coming out of some sort of isolation right now, Libra. It's possible that in the last few weeks or maybe even the end of 2025, you were feeling really really hermited in a way, really isolated. Maybe you had to do that for multiple reasons. It's going to be different for every one of you, but it's possible that you felt like you weren't really receiving enough from somebody at one point, and that made you question your self-worth and made you feel like you had to go within for a while. And now I see you coming out of that. I also see you coming out of abandoning yourself as well and being very gentle towards something. I feel like this is going to be yourself. With the Nine of Cups being in the reverse and the Hermit card in reverse here. Both of these cards indicate coming out of, well, they have different meanings, don't get me wrong, but they both represent coming out of abandonment, whether that's us abandoning ourselves or maybe somebody else had abandoned us and it left a huge wound within us and we had to heal from it. I'm going to pull a couple more cards, but definitely see you coming out of some sort of humility here, whatever that was regarding to in the past. Also coming out of hermit mode, possibly maybe you slowly but surely want to start socializing again and putting yourself out there. Take it as it resonates. Let's see, what else do we have for my Libra placements? New moon in Capricorn. What can my Libra placements expect in the next couple of weeks, Spirit? Please and thank you. Yeah, definitely getting over some kind of loss, or something that may have just felt like a loss. It doesn't have to be an actual loss. This could be like a mental thing. Maybe you lost your confidence. Maybe you felt like you lost your spark there for a little bit. You could have been feeling really like embarrassed about yourself. I'm picking up on somebody feeling embarrassed about themselves. Maybe in the last, I don't know, could be the last like few months, maybe the ending of 2025, like I mentioned earlier. Somebody's coming out of that. Somebody's coming out of feeling embarrassed and sorry for themselves. Somebody's coming out of isolation and possibly wanting to start seeing people again, or slowly opening yourself up to people out there. I also see you recognizing what you have. And what I mean by that is maybe recently in the past, you may have struggled to see like what you have in front of you. Maybe you felt like something wasn't enough. And I feel like in the next couple of weeks, something is going to hit you and you're going to be kind of go, oh, wait, you know what? Actually, what I have right now is actually very beneficial for me. And I'm very grateful for that. You're going to be realizing, what's currently in front of you. Like that's going to be different for everybody. So for example, this is just a very like broad superficial example, but let's say you were looking at your house or apartment and you were maybe comparing it to other people's houses or apartments, that maybe they have a bigger house or a bigger apartment, and maybe that made something about it made you feel like, oh, like my apartment is too ugly or my house is too ugly. So and so has like a huge house or a huge apartment, or they're able to afford to decorate it the way they want to and have really nice interior design, blah blah blah. and you could have been kind of like comparing yourselves to others in a way. And I feel like in the next couple of weeks, you're coming out of that. You're going to look around you, like going back to the apartment example or the house example. You might take a look at your house or apartment and be like, you know what? I may not have what so and so has, but I like my apartment. I like the way I decorate my house or my apartment or my room, whatever. Or, you know, I really like the relationships that I have right now. You may have felt like somebody, maybe there were people in your life that you felt to some extent they had like better relationships in terms of like, I don't know, maybe people you know seemed happier with their friends and family or partners, and um you felt really disconnected from people for a while. I see you coming out of this disconnect and wanting to like just get back out into the world, or whether it's your social group or just socializing in general. In the last few weeks, you could have been very quiet. You could have been very quiet and just keeping to yourself. And I definitely see you coming out of some kind of isolation and all around just feeling sorry for yourself. I'm going to pull some more cards here. Spirit, what else do we have for Libra following the new moon in Capricorn? What new moon in Capricorn messages are in store for my Libra placement, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? What else do we have for my Libra placements? Some sort of stagnancy regarding a creative project could be on the horizon. Let me make sure you can actually see these cards. Sorry, give me 1 second here. I apologize for this. Just want to make sure you can see these beautiful cards with the cute illustrations. Okay, that should be good for now, I think. Okay. Hopefully you can see this bottom card. I'll be fixing it up again here later, like during the reading. Anyway, in terms of some kind of creative project or idea, possibly even a collaboration. I don't know if any of you guys are artists or creatives and you guys may collaborate with people. I see some kind of delay some kind of delay regarding a collaboration of some sort, or a creative project. If not that, you may be lacking some inspiration right now in your life. If you're usually very artistic and creative, which I know a lot of Libras to be artistic and creative, very creative actually, because you guys are ruled by Venus. So you and Taurus, both your signs are ruled by Venus, and I think both of your signs can be very creative and really just beautifying everything around you. Um, you could maybe feel like you're going to be losing some sort of creative impulse in the next couple of weeks. You may start to feel you may just lack some sort of vision. That's going to be different for all of you, but I see somebody's going to be lacking some sort of creative vision here for something, or maybe you're just not going to be feeling very creative in the next couple of weeks. Um, why the Ace of Wands in reverse? Why the Ace of Wands in reverse for Libra? The Page of Wands. Some kind of communication. I feel like somebody had, whether this is you or another person, somebody has a message here, but they're struggling to get it across because of a creative block that they're having right now. I see somebody here, maybe you wanted to like, maybe you're a writer. Some of you guys could be writers or poets. And I see somebody struggling to get a message across because they're having some sort of creative block, or they're not feeling very inspired right now. Or you may want to write to somebody, very general. I mean, writing as in like shooting a text to somebody, sending an email, maybe writing a physical letter, however you, or DMing somebody on social media. You could be like struggling to get your words out at this time because of some sort of some sort of lack of inspiration or creative block that you're having. I don't know if you planned on talking to somebody, or maybe you were thinking about sending somebody some kind of like sweet, uh, romantic or friendly message, but now you're like, you may be having like writer's block. I'm catching very specific message for somebody. Somebody could be having writer's block here. I may be channeling somebody who's a writer or an author, and in the next couple of weeks you could see yourself possibly having writer's block and like struggling to think of new ideas or get your words across in like a artistic way. I'm gonna pull another card here. What else can Libra expect during this new moon in Capricorn, Spirit? What else can my Libra placements expect during this new moon in Capricorn, Spirit? Please and thank you. All right, Seven of Pentacles. You could possibly be saving your money at this time, or you may be planting a new seed, going back to the creativity. You may be wanting to plant a new creative seed, or plant and nourish some kind of idea that you've had or recently had, and that could actually bring you a lot of financial abundance as well. The thing here is you're gonna need a lot of patience in this. Whatever this is, like I said, I feel like you're gonna need a lot of patience because you may be going back to the whole creators or writer's block or lack of inspiration. You may have to just kind of ride those feelings out. Like, don't force yourself to do something if you're not spiritually in line with it. And what I mean by that is, like, let's say you really, this is just a broad example. Let's say you're a musician or a writer, you want to write a song, but you have literally no drive, nothing is inspiring you, my bad. And or you could be feeling like, I don't want to say depressed, but maybe a little bit of sadness is lingering because of like some kind of loss you may have experienced in the last couple of months that may be causing you to have a hard time with your creative ideas really coming through. Anyway, if you're really patient with yourself at this time and you just let those waves ride out and get over that stagnancy feeling, I feel like it could really pay off for you, and you can eventually find yourself coming into some kind of abundance here. Just make sure you really protect your ideas at this time. Make sure you really protect any kind of artistic talents that you have, or not just artistic talents, any kind of talent you have at all, whether it involves art or not. Make sure you just protect that and nourish it at this time, and just be very patient, especially when it comes to ideas or creating new ideas. Try to be very patient. Don't force anything if it doesn't feel right to you. Don't feel like you have to put some kind of work or content out, even if you're like, I don't know, if it's not going to be authentic, don't do it. That's the biggest message I just got right now. If it's not going to be authentic, don't do it. Don't force messages, don't force any kind of creative work or ideas. Just be patient right now, and eventually those feelings are going to die out, and you're going to be feeling very inspired again. The key word here is patience. I'm going to pull another card. What else can my Libra placements expect in the next couple of weeks? Following the new moon in Capricorn, what else can my Libra placements expect? Hmm. Somebody here may be lacking some sort of clarity. Now that's going to be different for all of you, but some sort of clarity is going to be lacked in the next couple of weeks, and you may not really be able to see things clearly, or you may not be seeing a situation, person, or really any relationship or situation. In the next couple of weeks, you're just not seeing something or someone for who they truly are or what it truly is. And that's going to be different for all of you. I can't help but feel like somebody here is going through some sort of like lack of self-confidence, lack of self-worth. I mean, you are, with the Hermit reverse that I pulled out earlier, you are coming out of a social isolation and stagnancy. You are becoming more grateful for what you have in front of you. You're getting out of that lack mindset of you don't have enough, or you're not enough, or somebody's not enough, something is not enough. You are coming out of that energy, but there's still some sort of lack of confidence or lack of trust within yourself here. Also, be careful of coming off too cold or detached towards others at this time. I don't know who that is going to be for. I'm going to pull another card here. Why the Queen of Swords reverse? Why the Queen of Swords reverse? What is Libra feeling unconfident about in this moment? What kind of clarity? What do they need to seek clarity in right now, Spirit? Why are they not feeling structured or confident within themselves? The Magician in reverse. All right, you are having trouble manifesting something in your life right now. Obviously, I don't know what that is. I feel like it's some kind of new idea that you've had or a vision that you have yourself. Like you could have a new goals and a vision for yourself in the next, let's say, 3 to 6 months, like who you want to be, where you want to go, what you'd like to be doing with your life. Or what changes you like to make, but somebody here is having a really hard time manifesting that for themselves. I feel like your intuition is highly blocked at this time as well, whether that's because of external factors or there may be somebody also here. I'm getting a specific message that something about an evil eye. I feel like somebody in your energy may be trying to do like some energetic spell on you where they're like trying to purposely block you. Somebody here is trying to block somebody from manifesting for some. I can't get my words out. Someone here, sorry, words are hard. Someone here is trying to block somebody else from manifesting what they want because somebody is jealous of you. I mentioned somebody being cold and detached. Now, this could be you, but this could also be another person. Somebody here is acting cold and detached towards you, and they're trying to block you from manifesting the things that you want. And I think it's because they know that you could get whatever it is that you want. I think they know that you could get it once you find that inner potential that you've been lacking. I'm getting a message that somebody here has been in the dark, so to speak, and a really like bitter nasty person, a really jealous person. It's like they don't, somebody here doesn't want you to come out of the dark. That sounds really narcissistic, but somebody here, like, in a way, it's like somebody wants to keep you in the dark, or they don't want you to come back out into the light because they know that you have the power to manifest whatever it is that you want. Yeah, I feel like somebody here is having a lot of trouble. Somebody here is having a lot of trouble using their talents and gifts. Now, once again, that'll be different for everybody. It could be spiritual gifts, it could be artistic gifts, it could be writing gifts, it could be something as simple as like even just the way you dress. I don't know, maybe you're very coordinated and you know how to match your jewelry with your outfits, and you have style, you know how to dress. And I don't know, it could be literally anything, but somebody here is having a hard time tapping into their inner wisdom and trying to unlock their gifts and talents here. Somebody here, I can't help but feel like this is regarding some sort of like creative idea or project. Like I said, I feel like some of you guys may or may not be either writers, content creators. You guys could make music. You guys could physically make art. Like maybe some of you guys may be into painting or drawing. You could even be a tattoo artist. Really, any kind of creative field where you're making your own content or you're um, beautifying something. But somebody here is having a hard time tapping into their creative potential. And I think it's because you may have some envious people in your energy, or they're purposely trying to block this from you. That may not resonate for everybody. That may be a very specific message for like one or two people. But yeah, I'm catching a lot of like, well, not a lot, just mainly just a Queen of Swords in the reverse. Very bitter energy here. Once again, this could be you, but this could also be how somebody else is acting towards you. Maybe this Queen of Swords reverse is somebody else in your life, somebody very cold and detached, somebody not feeling confident within themselves, somebody who isn't feeling very structured at this moment. All right. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna shuffle the card. I'm gonna pull one more card for you, and then I'm gonna see what's at the bottom of the deck. Give me just 1 second. I'm gonna take a gulp of water because my throat is getting very dry. Ugh. Okay, sorry about that, Libra. My throat is replenished. All right, I'm gonna shuffle these cards. I'm gonna pull one more card, and then I'm gonna see what's at the bottom of the deck. All right, Spirit, what else can Libra expect in the next 2 weeks following this new moon in Capricorn? What else can my Libra placements expect in the next 2 weeks? Please and thank you. Sorry if that was too loud. More sword energy. Yeah, I feel like, let me move these over too. I feel like you could definitely be dealing with a very immature person right now, possibly somebody who even purposely says really harsh words when they're feeling inadequate or angry. Somebody who doesn't have a lot of intellect right now, somebody who may be making like, they may be choosing their emotions over logical or intellectual decisions right now. Somebody here is very immature. I don't know who this person is in your energy. I want to say, I feel like this isn't you. I mean, it could be you, but ever since I pulled this Queen of Swords in the reverse, I feel like this sword energy is somebody else. I can't help but pick up that somebody in your energy, that maybe going back to in the beginning of the read, um, maybe that's why in the last few weeks or last couple of months, like I said, I feel like the ending of 2025 could be significant. Maybe that's why you originally went into hermit mode, is because somebody here was just making you feel like less than, or trying to make you feel like you weren't good enough, trying to put you down. It's possible somebody could have made fun of your ideas, or um, if you have any talents, especially artistic or I guess creative, but it could be any talents of any kind. I feel like somebody in the recent past tried to put you down for that, or make you doubt your own talents, or made kind of somebody tried to make you feel dumb. Somebody here tried to make you feel like you were dumb, or like you were delusional for believing in your capabilities, your inner talents and your intuition. Like I said, somebody here is trying to block your manifestation in something. Also, yeah, some sort of lack of communication as well. I said that earlier. Which card was it? I think it was the Ace of Wands in reverse, or no, I think it was the Page of Wands. I don't know, one of these cards. I mentioned communication issues earlier, but somebody may be struggling to get a message out, or if somebody is getting a message out to you, they're being very like, they're being very sharp tongued and possibly even rude. Somebody here may be like purposely saying mean things to try to get under your skin, but that may only resonate for like one person. Hopefully, no more than like one person, because I'm sorry if you're dealing with some like bully energy here. Why the Page of Swords reverse? Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, somebody here is involved in a group of people. I don't know if this is your group of friends or somebody else's group of friends. There's a group of people here that honestly, you have a bunch of haters right now. Somebody is just like talking shit, or had said mean things to you, or is saying mean things about you. As you can see in this card, it's like a group of people. Well, these cards are cats, but you get what I'm saying. Having lunch together, having drinks. The Three of Cups represents like basically a group of people, a community. In a positive way, it's supposed to mention, or it's supposed to represent like coming together with people, coming together with your friends, family, loved ones, like harmony and all that. But with it being under the Page of Swords reverse, I feel like this is actually a very toxic group of people, and it's a very immature energy that I'm picking up. I'm picking up on a group of people who's sorry, it's not supposed to be blurry. I'm picking up on a group of people who, like I said, I feel like they're just very jealous of you, and I feel like there's a group of people here, maybe one particular person is saying mean things to this group, or they're saying very negative things. I don't like this energy for whoever these people are. Somebody trying to block your manifestations, somebody very immature, somebody very cold and detached, possibly very gossipy as well. I don't know. I feel like this is why you originally went into hermit mode. I feel like this is maybe why you've been having a lack of inspiration or blocks in your creativity. Well, duh, because you don't have a very supportive group of friends or people in your life right now. All right, I'm gonna see what is at the bottom of the deck here. All right. Page of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, honestly, I don't know why. This reading is starting to make me really sad. This is giving me the energy of somebody who at one point, I feel like this is you, but once again, it doesn't have to be, but I'm picking up somebody here was like really, really somebody here was really passionate about a certain project or hobby they have. Maybe it's even your job, something that was very detail oriented, that required a lot of effort, that required a lot of detail into it. Like I said, I feel like many of you guys could be some of you guys could make jewelry, you could be tattoo artists, you could be any kind of artist, drawing, painting, possibly involved in fashion maybe, or I don't know, any kind of creative like beauty industry or hobby. I feel like somebody who was really passionate at one point, they were really working hard towards something, definitely a project or maybe their job. Somebody here who exceeded a lot of confidence at one point, and I don't know what happened, but somebody here, I feel like somebody here was bullied in a way. If not bullied, somebody was like made to feel less than. Somebody here felt like they were cast out from a group of people, or maybe in your work environment you may have people who like, that they like don't like you, they try to send you the evil eye. People around you just aren't very positive, whether this is at work or could possibly be like family. I hope it's not a group of friends. If anybody that you consider a friend like has been acting really weird towards you, honestly, I would cut these people off. These people are not supportive of you. They're not supportive of your ideas or your talents and skills. In fact, you could actually have a lot of very jealous people, particularly jealous about your talents and skills. You could be very crafty, very knowledgeable, um, really good at making art or dressing or making content. You're really good at something, but people here are trying to block that out for you, and they're trying to stop you from like manifesting your fullest potential here. I don't like these people. I feel like whoever this is, you need to cut them out if they're in your group of friends. If this is a toxic work environment, whenever you get out of this hermit mode fully, now it in the next couple of weeks you are going to be coming out of hermit mode, you are going to be opening up again, and you're going to be coming out of some sort of solitude. You are slowly going to be getting over your challenges in the last possibly like couple of months here. But when you really like tap into your potential, when you're starting to feel authentic again, show these people what you can do. Don't hold back. Don't be afraid to, I'm not saying like show off like in a dramatic way, but honestly, the only way through is to keep going and to, I mean, this is going to sound cliche, to not really care about what other people think. And if you're super talented or knowledgeable or you're good at whatever it is that you do, kind of like, I hate to say flaunt your stuff, but like flaunt your stuff. Make these people mad. Um, anyway, this may not resonate for everybody, honestly, but I'm catching a message of like a very particular person, maybe even a couple of people. Like I said, you just have some very negative people in your energy. I feel like you have people here who are very spiteful and jealous of you, and I think it's because you are very talented, and there's either one person here or possibly even a group of people that feel threatened by your they feel threatened by your talents and your gifts at this moment. Yeah, this is a sad reading. I'm going to give you the zodiac signs that I have here. This is who you could possibly be dealing with. I have Virgo, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, and water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Possibly a Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. It could be any sign. It could be any sign, but the dominated signs that I have here would be water and fire signs. Either you have this in your chart or somebody else could have it in their chart. Virgo and Gemini. Heavy Gemini energy, but more like negative Gemini energy, honestly. More like gossipy, two-faced, somebody here saying really harsh or mean words, whether it's to your face or behind your back, or maybe somebody recently, like somebody could have left you a mean message or a mean comment, a really negative comment, or this is being said about you behind your back to a group of people here. Anyway, Libra, that's what I have for you tonight. Don't let people put you down. Don't let people make you doubt your intuition or your gifts. And don't ever feel like you need to hide or dim down your talents and abilities. Don't ever feel like you need to dim your own light in order to make other people happy, because at the end of the day, you're just going to satisfy them, and you're just going to, in a way, it's like you're putting them on a pedestal, even if you don't mean to. But I think whatever visions that you have for your future right now, whatever gifts that you know that you're able to manifest, and whatever you know that you're capable of, I feel like you really need to hone in on that confidence and just try I would look up some like manifestation rituals, and I know it's possibly, I would definitely maybe try cleansing out your home as well, either your apartment, your room, your house. I would definitely recommend some cleansing rituals. But yeah, whoever's in this energy that's trying to put you down, like, screw them, because I think that you're able to create some really amazing things in the next couple, maybe not the next couple of weeks, but the following months, possibly by springtime. I feel like you're able to really put your talents to use, put your skills to use, and you're going to create something really beautiful here. But first, you have to get these negative people out of your energy. Anyway, that's what I have for you, Libra. Thank you so much for being here. If any of these messages resonated with you, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Comment down below if anything stood out to you in this reading. I will. La, 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 la. I don't know why. I'm feeling a little spacey. Anyway, have a great night, Libra. Thank you for being here. I will see you during your next reading. Bye bye.